Texas, Houston, Texas.
Oh, yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Lone Star State's in the house.
My name's Milla and I'm from Germany.
Oh, German. You don't have a very heavy accent.
I moved here 4 years ago.
Tell us about Germany.
I think it's really beautiful, and I think the agriculture is really good there.
Yeah.
So that's something to be proud of.
What do you miss about Germany?
I just really like it. I really enjoy being there, but I haven't been there in my teen years, so I don't really know if it'll still be the same for me, but I had a really great childhood.
What were your first impressions coming to America?
I honestly, before I came to America, I watched a lot of YouTube videos of American YouTubers, and I just tried to adapt to what they were saying and try to speak like that. So when I came here and I saw what it actually was like, I was very shocked.
I grew up in Houston. I only know Houston, but Houston is the most diverse city in the U.S.
That's what I heard.
And so I feel like you can go down the block in Houston and it'll be totally different. And every single person says hi. Everybody's loving and kind. And then you come out here and it's like you try to avoid eye contact. You try to avoid any sort of human interaction. And I feel like that's just things are different with COVID, obviously, but just saying hi shouldn't be an issue. Just making eye contact shouldn't be an issue.
Was that hard to adjust to?
Well, I was really young. I was 5 when I moved here, so it wasn't. I didn't realize.
Oh, you were 5 when you moved here?
Yeah. I didn't.
Oh, so you're basically a real New Yorker.
Yeah, exactly. But I go back every year. It's like I didn't really realize how people were until I got older, and I think that. I don't know. I don't think one is better than the other, but I think being loving and being open to meeting new people is better than being cold and shy, you know?
Yeah.
I can definitely do a New York accent. We were talking about Texas, and now I'm thinking yeehaw, but I'm from New York, and I can do a New York accent, I think. I can try.
Great.
I cannot do a New York accent. Nope.
Alright, is Facebook still relevant?
I don't think so. For me personally, I don't use it. I think a lot of parents still use it, so I think it's definitely good for them and easier for them to understand because it's been around for so long. But yeah, I just don't think it's really relevant for our age group.
It's not really relevant because it was made specifically for my parents' generation when they were in college. So of course they're gonna use it more, and they're going to it's going to be successful with the older generation. I think as times progress, Instagram is definitely more popular, TikTok's more popular, just because it's an easier platform to use, and it was created during our generation.
Yeah, but when I picture your parents, I'm picturing people with responsibilities, people with a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Are they really sitting around using Facebook?
Oh, my parents for sure are. I don't know about my dad, but my mom definitely is, yeah.
So she'd be playing with Facebook in the car?
Yeah, yeah. Not driving, but yeah.
Alright, now, do you have any brothers?
I have a half brother, but I also have a sister.
Okay. Who turned out better, your brother or you?
I don't think that one turned out better than the other because I think success depends on what you believe success is. My sister is really into acting, and so she goes to NYU for acting. So I think that she's successful in what she wants to do. But I also think my brother is successful in what he wants to do. He's starting a family. So I think it just depends.
Alright, do you believe men or women have it easier in this world?
I think that men definitely have it easier. There are plenty of statistics that show that men get paid more.
Right.
And I think that, if you're a woman walking alone, you're afraid that you might get attacked in any way. You might get robbed, whatever it may be. And so I feel like it's literally if you were to carry 1K or more in a dangerous area, you'd feel just as scared as a woman every single day, walking alone.
I have 2 stepbrothers.
Who turned out better?
Honestly, we were raised by different fathers, so I think me.
They turned out better?
Yeah.
Okay. You mean they got better grades and stuff?
They definitely got into colleges and stuff like that, but it's a totally different life path than I want to pursue.
What about getting in trouble? What got in trouble more?
My stepbrothers.
Yeah. What about like getting into fights?
Also my stepbrothers.
Finding work?
I mean, I work and they work, so
So
I think equal.
you both had success.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no. All right, let me do. All right, what's the worst pickup line you've heard? You get a lot.
Okay, one time I got like Minecraft pickup lines, like literally any shit. Like, I don't know, it just depends. I think nothing comes to mind in terms of, I know there's like, you're the only 10 I see. That's what, like, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. That's what comes to mind, but I've gotten Minecraft as well, so it depends.
Yeah, I like your hair,
Okay.
but that's not all I like.
It's not much of a pickup line to me. To me, a pickup line is some like corny rhyme or something. Like that was just a compliment. So
Oh, that was-
I think
okay.
it's just if you say it in a creepy way, that's different. Like if
Wait,
I'm
wait, say it in a creepy way. Say it in a creepy way.
like, wait, what did you say?
I like your hair. That's not all I like.
I feel like if you were to approach me and I were alone, or like if I were, I don't know, in a vulnerable state, I might think of it as creepy, but I wouldn't think much of it if you were to come up to me.
In broad daylight.
Yeah.
So don't approach women at night
Yeah.
or when they're by themselves.
Well, I don't think that it's about approaching women during the night. I think it's more so about approaching a woman when they're alone. Because if you're with a group during the night, it's less of an issue. Like, you feel more comforted. I don't think it's wrong to hit on someone. I think it's just wrong to be creepy or to do something that's like violating what they want.
Yeah.
And like, if you were to approach me and sit next to me, that's different than if you were to like talk to me. You know, like touching someone is different than saying something to someone. But saying something to someone can be wrong as well.
Yeah. You do anything to your eyebrows? Because they look like very neat.
Thank you. No, I don't do anything
That's
to my
natural?
eyebrows. No, I
Because a lot of women, they try to do all these weird things to make their eyebrows look neater.
No, I literally wear barely any makeup. I just wear mascara
Okay.
basically.
That's good. Keep it natural.
The way you approach someone and say that totally matters, as in how it's perceived.
Yeah.
I personally would be a little creeped out if I heard someone say that to me.
So it's not. It wouldn't even matter how a person said that.
I mean,
It's the words themselves.
yeah, it's like the last part of it. I feel like that isn't necessary to add.
Okay.
This is a necklace I just thrifted, and it's from a designer, I don't remember her name, but in the 60s she was famous for making pearls out of glass, so these aren't actual pearls. And then this is something that my mom and a friend designed together.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Lots of rings?
These are all vintage.
You bought them all
This is
by yourself?
Sheldon, yeah.
What made you want to wear all that? Because she's got nothing. But you got like a whole bunch.
I don't know. I just really am a fan of jewelry. I think it's really like nice and important to my personal style.
Yeah. A lot of guys will ask a woman out, right? And they'll get turned down. And some of them will try again. Do you think that they can change a woman's mind? Or should they just give up? What do you stand on this?
I mean, depends on how you meet, and then depends on how your relationship continues, like in a mutual friendship or something like that. But if you're just like at a bar and see her once and ask her out, and then you see her in another bar and ask her out again, I think that's a little too
Even
much.
if it's 2 months later?
I mean, if it's 2 months later and he approaches her or she approaches him by saying like, "Hi, I remember you. What's your number?" Blah blah blah, and doesn't just directly ask for a date, I think it could be better.
It's not wrong as long as if the woman made it really clear and said like, "I'm sorry, I'm not interested," or "I have a boyfriend," or I'm not looking for something right now, then that's different. If someone were to just like say, you know, like no or something, you know. It's important to me because I feel like if I respect your style, I'll think that maybe you're an intellect or an artist, and it doesn't mean everything. It doesn't mean like I don't really judge people on how they dress, but I think that I don't judge people negatively on how they dress, but I judge people positively on how they dress. Does that make sense?
Wait, are you into anime and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You look like you're into that stuff.
Yeah. Thank
Is
you.
what you're wearing related to that?
Yeah, it's definitely
And
is.
the hair
This is,
too,
like-
right?
Yeah, I feel like this is sort of like Chibiosa from Sailor Moon look. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you're like that all year round?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, so what are you when it's Halloween then?
When it's
You're
Halloween,
like a regular.
well, no, for Halloween this year, my boyfriend and I were Sid and Nancy, so I'm like also really into punk, so
What about this coming Halloween?
this coming Halloween, oh, that's a lot to think about, but I'm thinking maybe Gumball and Darwin, to be honest, 'cause from the Amazing World of Gumball, that show slaps.
Where are you gonna celebrate Halloween this year?
Where I live on Long Island, maybe.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you live in Long Island.
Yeah. I mean, maybe out here, but it just depends on what's going on with COVID and what's going on with everything, basically.
He lives in Long Island.
Nice.
Wait, what can you tell me about Long Island?
Well, it depends on what parts of Long Island you're
I mean the
talking
part where you're
about.
from.
There are a lot of like,
There's ghettos there, believe it or not.
yeah, there are.
Wait, you're from Long Island too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like if you go to,
They got the real strong New York accent as well.
yeah, no, if you go to like Riverhead, it's a little different than if you go to like, it's a lot different than if you go to like East Hampton, which is like basically, there are a lot of rich,
That's the posh part.
yeah, like snobby people sometimes, but you can find good people there too. And I think it also depends, like I have family in like Rockville Center, so it really, I don't know, a lot of these questions I feel like I can't answer fully because it really depends on where you are, the circumstance, you know, everything in the situation.
I think Long Island's really beautiful, but it's not a good place to spend like an entire period in. I think it's nice to visit, and it's nice in the summer, but in the winter it's pretty much dead. Like there's no people, and kind of just gets boring. But there's definitely nice people who you can spend quality time with.
Also, it's like a lot of parts of Long Island are really gorgeous. So like I love going to the city, but there's not a lot of nature unless you go to the parks. But a lot of Long Island is just like crazy beautiful. So that's a great aspect of it.
Wait, so how often you come into the city?
Honestly, rarely. We're on break right now, so this is my second time going during break. But it's just great to be here because you can like meet a lot of intellects and like people like myself.
Wait, what's
like,
an intellect?
An intellect is an intellectual, just someone who thinks a lot, someone who creates, someone who has hopes for themselves, and someone who has opinions, I think. Someone that you can have conversations with, and it doesn't feel dull at any moment.
Can you name 3 intellects that you've met?
Today, or?
Ever?
Well,
3 that stand out to you?
Milla, right here.
Wait, you met her here?
No.
Where'd you meet her?
School.
No, I'm saying in the city.
in the city.
Because you said that's what you like coming in the city
Yeah.
for. Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, my friend Harry Polsky, he's pretty cool.
You met him here in the city?
Yeah. Well,
What's so special about him?
He listens to a lot of the same music that I listen to.
Wait, what do you
and
listen to?
He listens to like Tribe Called Quest and like Wu-Tang and
Hip hop?
yeah, hip hop, but also like he listens to a lot of punk music. Like he listens to Germs and just groups that I used to really like, still really like. And I think that when you can relate with music or with the way you dress or act or with what you make, that's what connects people. That's what makes an intellect. And then,
Any other special people?
definitely. But to be honest, I don't go to the city very often, so like it's
So
hard.
he's the one intellect that stands out.
I mean, I'm sure that if I spent like a lot of time here, I could find them. I could find a lot of
Well,
value.
you approached them or they approached you?
It was like mutual because we we had the same job for a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's kind of like a coworker or no?
Yeah, coworker. Oh, also, Rosa Carmichael. She comes to the city often, and she is a tattoo artist and an artist of printmaking, and I love her. She's super sick. Yeah.
So you're looking forward to getting her to do work on you?
Yeah, maybe. Not yet though. I'm underage.
So
No,
what kind of tattoos are you gonna get?
Wings on my back, hearts on my face. You know.
Wait, what is that thing over there?
It's just a temporary tattoo. It's a little flower. It's a Hello Kitty flower.
So it'll be permanent one day?
Not this one, but definitely some more. Yeah,
You gonna get face ones too?
maybe, quite possibly. I've got cheek piercings, so
Oh wow.
yeah, I'm really into.
How'd you end up getting that?
I ended up getting it in St. Mark's.
Is that part of the anime lifestyle or no?
I mean, sort of. I think that my look literally changes every month, every other month. So like,
So we could meet up with you next Monday. You'll have blue hair.
yeah, I'll be completely different probably. So honestly, I just love my cheek piercings because I feel like they go with all of the looks I've gone for.
Yeah. Intellect for you?
I think the same thing as Gigi just said.
You come here to meet intellects too?
Yeah, I come here to meet different kinds of people because when you're on Long Island, it's pretty much the same person over and over again. But there's like nice people like Gigi. And I just think it's really nice to mingle with another group, basically.
Wait, you said the people here in the city are intellects.
Yeah.
Does that mean the people in Long Island are ignorant? Or not necessarily?
I mean, not necessarily, but some are very.
Yeah. So they're like closed-minded?
I think so, yeah.
Alright now, a lot of people come to this park specifically to meet women. Some people say this is the wrong place to do it. Some people say this is a great place to do it. Where do you stand on that?
I mean, I think it's good space to approach women. Again,
You don't think women should be left alone? No?
I mean, I don't think you should be alone with a guy when you first meet him, like
Yeah.
directly and then go off somewhere. Because I feel like that's always like could be dangerous. But I think like if you're with a group of people again and someone approaches you and like compliments you on what you're wearing or whatever, I think that's a nice way to do it.
Alright. What about you? Men approaching women in public spaces like this?
I don't think it's a bad thing to do. Like I mean, I'm here to like approach women to meet friends. So I think that if a male wants to do that, it's not an issue as long as they leave the woman alone if they're making it clear that they're not interested.
So, but you haven't had to do that. To
No,
brush men off.
no, like I mean, if somebody approaches me here, I'm gonna be nice to them. I'm going to like have a genuine conversation with them and not immediately shut them down. But honestly, if I were here alone, I might shut people down just because, like, I don't want something happening, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I talked about compliments before, and you sound like you're okay with compliments, but there are a lot of women out there who say don't compliment a woman. Where do you stand on that?
I'd say it's whatever they want. I'm okay with compliments, but if Milla weren't, then that's not an issue. Or if I weren't, then that's not an issue. It's whatever I choose. And if I make it clear to someone that I am not like digging their vibe or not appreciating their energy, then that's okay. I think again, like it depends. It's okay if you want to. I say like shoot your shot honestly, but if it doesn't work in your favor, accept it and move on. Some women have had bad experiences and some women don't want that.
Yeah.
There's not an issue with that.
Yeah.
And so if they react negatively or if they are opposed to whatever the male is doing, that is not an issue.
The way they're phrased and like, you know, if they're appropriate or not.
Do you get many compliments or no?
I mean, like, on my personality more than anything,
Same.
I kind of choose to avoid those types of situations in general. Like, I just don't care for it, really.
Okay. That's good to know. Alright, now are you straight?
Yeah.
Name the last 3 guys you liked and why.
Okay, so my ex-boyfriend...
Skip any questions you want to skip, by the way.
Okay. Austin, my ex-boyfriend.
What drew you into him?
What?
What drew you into him?
I mean, he was like my best friend, so...
So you had known him for a long time.
I had known him for...
So familiarity must
like
be one of
6
the...
months, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
I mean...
Anyone else?
Not like romantically honest.
My boyfriend, yeah.
Why? Why do you like him?
Because again, like just like Milla, he's my best friend, and we've been friends for months, and so it's just like leading up to it. And I think that also goes into the conversation before. Like I respect if you want a friendship first. I don't think that immediately going into a relationship is the best move. So I think that if someone were to approach me as a friend and not say like, do you want to like go on a date or something, that's different. And
Online dating, what are your thoughts?
I think you can meet a lot of good friends online. Like I've definitely, some of my best friends are online.
What?
Probably just Instagram.
Instagram? So
Yeah.
if you like someone's picture, you just like hit them up?
Yeah, literally. Like sometimes I like somebody's picture, and then the other day, twice this happened, I liked somebody's picture and then I've seen them here and made a friend. Sort of, like at least we followed each other.
Anime pictures, I'm assuming?
Not necessarily, no. No.
So he could take a picture of like a car or something and you'll like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Online dating.
I'm not a fan of it. I
Why
don't
not?
like it. I think it's honestly just like not a great experience. And also, I feel like meeting someone in real life is way more like interesting, I'd say, than meeting someone online. All guys
Okay.
usually like, I mean, honestly, looks don't really matter to me in that way. Like, obviously, if someone's more attractive physically, I'll be a little more attracted to them. But I
What do you
think,
consider attractive? Oh, you said tall, right?
tall.
But not muscular?
Doesn't have to be. I don't really care about body types or anything like that.
So you
but
don't care about like long hair, short hair?
No, not at all. And I think it's just really important to be like physical, like going out, doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. What,
I don't really have specific standards.
so he
that-
could be out of shape, it's fine.
Yeah, definitely. I think that like who you are as an individual, what you're into is much more important than how you look. But I don't know, I respect instead of like
You
you're
like nerdy guys?
sure, yeah.
Star Trek geeks?
Sure,
Is
yeah.
that cool too?
I think that I care more about how you dress than what you like than your body type or what you look like physically.
What are we talking about? Baggy pants?
Sure,
Yeah?
yeah. It just depends on like what I
Baseball cap?
yeah. Someone were to approach me, give me their number, and like we hit it off right away, then they can call me whenever they want. I don't think it really matters. I think that it depends on whether we get along in person after
Okay.
I do not like any of the online stuff. Like, I don't even like phone calls really.
You don't like phone calls? You're
Not
like
really.
a DM person?
I mean, I don't know.
Snapchat?
I mean, I use Snapchat and Instagram definitely.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think commenting under something and like talking, like writing something is better than phone calls. Reading body language in the way that like someone appears to be nervous or whatever, I think that's important.
Wait. Do nervous for us.
I mean, I have anxiety, so I shake a lot when I'm nervous.
Okay.
So I'd like literally be like that, and it wouldn't be able to control it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, comfortably, like honestly. Like,
Are you comfortable right now?
Yeah.
So that's how you would be sitting.
I mean, I've seen it in many different ways, so I don't know.
Let's say you didn't want me to approach you. How would you be sitting?
How would I sit? I'd probably like keep my head down and I'd just like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that
What about you? You got a dramatization for us?
I think that the smaller your body language, the more it shows that you should probably leave them alone. Like
Yeah.
if I were like slumped over and small or like keeping my body in a ball, it means I want to be left alone. But if I were like open and bigger or like standing up, it might show that I want people to approach me. It doesn't necessarily, but it could.
Uh-huh. What about eye contact?
If I am making eye contact with someone multiple times, I feel like that shows that I'm interested. And if they keep making eye contact with me and I avoid it, I think that that shows that I'm uninterested.
Okay. That's good advice. Eye contact for you too?
Yeah, eye contact definitely, for sure, yeah. Dating wise, for sure, I'd like to know them for a little, unless we like really like kick it off and whatever. But I don't know. I don't necessarily have to be like one-on-one best friends with them or anything like that.
Yes.
It just really depends on who like it is.
Yes.
Someone were to make the claim that most women are attracted to bad guys, It's because a lot of society tells us that we're less than and that we deserve someone who treats us badly because we are not worthy of someone who treats us right. So I think that if that's your argument, then that's probably the most valid answer, that it's because we are told that we don't deserve it, something good for us. Opposites can 100% attract. I don't know if there's like an opposite of me because
So if he's into hot rods and wrestling and
no,
stuff like
my
that.
boyfriend has never watched any anime ever, and like it really doesn't matter what we like. It doesn't have to be the same thing as long as we can find a common ground. And I think opposites definitely can attract. Sometimes they do more than often. Common ground can be like things that you share in common, as in music, as in what you create, as in what you read and watch, what you consume, I guess, what you buy.
So
I think that you have to have some sort of common ground, even if you seem like...
Yeah, I think so. As long as what you say with the common ground is met. Yeah, no, I think also to the Long Beach thing, I think that it also really depends on intellectual, like, thing sharing than just, like, sharing something that's more physical.
right.
Milla, not Mila, is my Instagram. I could show you something.
Oh, you draw?
Yeah.
I guess that explains why you like coming into the city.
Yeah. So it's,
Wait, hold on. What is that?
it's just something that I came up with. It's like a design.
That looks almost like a stamp.
Yeah. But I
What do you
just,
call it? Anything?
nothing really.
Yeah. Careful.
It's just like how my brain likes to process, I guess.
Wow. So where do you put your art?
I post it on social media, and I mean, I'm creating like a thing for college right now.
Yeah.
So just mapping it all together, basically.
Okay, cool. You?
My Instagram is I love you. It's spelled ILOVVYOUU. And I'm not a content creator, but like Milla, I make a lot of art.
What kind of art?
I like making like Zentangles. I don't have anything on me, but I guess I can like show something.
Okay.
What's that? Like this is something I drew.
Is that pencil?
It's pen.
Pen? How long did it take you to make that?
Maybe 2 hours.
You got any name for it? Title for it?
It's called Modern Wonder, I guess.
Modern
I don't know.
Wonder?
I was listening to the album by Oppenheimer Analysis, and it's just like a super psychedelic album.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'd name it Oppenheimer Analysis for inspiring me to make this.
Oh, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad for always supporting me. I want to give a shout out to my friends, my homies, who have always supported me as well and continue to support me. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who feels that, I don't know, they're lacking or that they are not worthy, because I think that it's hard to realize our worth, and everybody is worthy, everybody deserves the best, and you will find the best. You just have to believe that you can, or else you'll just fall into like a pit of despair. So
I forgot to ask you, do you go to any of those conventions, those anime convention things?
I've never,
Like where everybody's dressed up like in a costume and stuff?
no, I've never gone
Oh,
to
you've
an
never gone
anime
to one of those?
convention, no.
Okay. Maybe you will in the future.
Maybe.
Shout outs?
Shout out to my mom, shout out to my friends, and shout out to the world, because it's a great place.
Alright, do I have your permission to put this on the internet?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes,
you do?
sir. Yes,
Thank you.
sir.